Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod's IAS classes. Today in this lecture, we are going to discuss one of the important topic to clear your UPSC. That is how to write an essay. This essay will be very important to clear your UPSC. So in the mains, the first paper which is related to this essay. So essay constitute 250 marks in your mains. So in this essay paper, there are about 8 essays. In section A, you have 4 essays. In section B, you have 4 essays. So in this section 1, you have to select one essay, and in this section B, you need to select one essay. Totally, you are supposed to write 2 essays of 1200 words each, and one essay will comprise 125 marks. Total 125 from section A, 125 from section B, totally 250 marks for this paper 1, that is essay. So whenever you are habituated to write essay, then only you are getting good marks in the essay. So when only you will get good marks in essay, then your chance of clearing UPSC will be very high. So on the first day, whenever you are writing or whenever you are starting your preparation, you need to write answers, and once in a week at least you have to write one essay. So in this lecture, we are going to see how to frame an essay and how to write a good essay. So whenever you are writing this essay in a good manner, whenever you are getting maximum marks in essay, then only you are going to clear UPSC. So the chance of clearing UPSC is very high when a student who develop a good writing skills in this essay. So let us discuss how to clear UPSC by practicing this essay. So if you see how to write the essay first. In an essay, we have basically 4 pillars. So when you practice these 4 pillars, then you can easily write the essay. So let us discuss first what are those 4 pillars. The first one is, first we have to plan our essay, that is planning. Second pillar is introduction. Introduction, it is very important for essay. Whenever an examiner who is reading your essay, so he should think that for next 20 to 25 minutes I am not thinking anything, I am going to read this essay. So in this introduction, you have to create some curiosity regarding the examiner, that there will be no diversion of the thinking of the examiner. He will going to read my essay at any cost for next 20 to 25 minutes. So in this part, this introduction will be very important, mainly to develop curiosity in the examiner, to know what you wrote in the essay. And the third pillar is main body of essay. And the fourth and the last pillar is how you are concluding the essay. Conclusion. So these are the 4 important pillars. So we are going to develop the essay writing skills through these 4 pillars. First one, in planning. In planning, we are going to discuss 10 points. And we are going to discuss how to frame our essay. And the next part is introduction, and how can we develop our introduction. So if you are writing 1200 words of essay, about 1/3 of the part should include introduction and the conclusion. That means you need to write 400 words of introduction and conclusion. So introduction should include 200 words and conclusion should include 200 words, and the remaining will be our main body of essay. So before going to discuss these 4 pillars, first let us understand how to select the essay. So in section A, we have the 4 essays, and in the section B, we have the 4 essays. But how to select the essays? So we want to write 1200 words of essay regarding the topic. So if you see, there are 4 topics or the 4 essays which are given in the section A, how we are going to select that to write next essay on this 1200 words. So first let us keep some things in our mind before selecting our essay. So the first important thing is you should not never attract by the beauty of the title. That means if you are reading the title, sometimes you may attract to that essay. I will be going to write that essay because you are attracted by that beauty of the title. But if you are selecting based on the beauty of title, you can't write next 1200 words on that. So you have to read the title carefully 2 to 3 times before selecting that essay. And we have to decide which essay to be write based on some things. That is based on 5 W's. So what is that essay? Why to write that essay? Which should be selected? Who can write that essay? So in this way, we should decide that essay on 5 W's and 1 H, that is how can I write that essay. So based on these things, we are going to select that essay. And you can also think that what are the factors which are special with that essay? How can I write essay which will be different from others? For example, you can include some facts. You can include some reports. You can include some international reports, some committee reports. So how is that topic which is different? How can I write that essay which is different from others? What can I extra things that can be included? So these things also should be reminded. And next one is we have to avoid extreme topics. So this is one of the important thing when you are selecting the essay. And the next one is which essay I will enjoy writing. So if you are selecting an essay which is extreme topics, after starting the essay, at middle if you complete 500 to 600 words, and later on you will not write anything. You will not get any idea what to write. So mainly to stop that confusion, that dilemma, we have to go for the planning of the essay. So these 5 things are very, very important before selecting your essay. So first of all, you have to read the title of essay mainly 2 to 3 times. After that, based on these factors, you are going to select so and so title. I will going to write that essay. And later on, first step is the planning. So in this planning, I will give you 10 important keywords that you should remember whenever you are structuring your essay. First, you are going to select the essay topic. So and so essay, I will be writing this essay. Correct? So and so topic, I will be writing this essay in this exam. After deciding the topic on which you are going to write essay, you have to have a framework or the structural framework, so and so idea. So on these ideas, my essay will be. So this is called as a planning. So in this planning, the first one is you have to write the title. So and so you decided one title. So this is the title of my essay. And later on this title, you have to divide this into different ideas. Okay. And in these ideas, we are going to divide each idea into so and so paragraphs. So I am going to write this idea into 2 paragraphs, or I am going to write this idea into 3 paragraphs. So in these paragraphs, you have to write something, correct? This paragraph will not be a single sentence. It will be 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 sentences, correct? So in these 5 sentences, what you are supposed to write? So you have to do analysis in this paragraph. So this is the fourth important point. In this analysis, what you are going to write? You are going to write logic. What is the key word of that paragraph? And you are going to write some examples regarding that paragraph. Or you are going to write some facts. So these all things will be included in this paragraph, and this forms 4 to 5 lines in a paragraph. And the next one is examine. So you will have a so and so structure of this essay, correct? So first of all, you will take a rough paper or the back side of the paper. So you are going to write the title and you are going to add some ideas, and these ideas will be divided into paragraphs. And what you are going to write in these paragraphs, that is analysis part, logic, examples, facts, etc. So this will be the some structure of your essay you are going to write in the next 1 hour. So you have to examine whether this paragraph is correct or not, whether this fact is correct. So if you think you are not sure about that so and so fact, you should remove this fact. Okay. In this way you are going to examine. And the next one is layering. So what is this layering? If you think this paragraph has 3 or 4 dimensions, then you will keep this paragraph into a separate idea, because one paragraph should be of one idea, okay, one thing. But if you see this paragraph has 3 or 4 dimensions, for if you are taking this paragraph as a history, so in the history we can write under ancient history, medieval history, modern history, post-independent history. So you are getting 4 dimensions here. As we know, one paragraph should have a 1 dimension, correct? So you can keep this entire history as another idea itself. So in this way you can add one more layer here. And the next one is fusion. That means if you think this paragraph and this paragraph having the same thing, so you can combine these 2 paragraphs into a single paragraph, because you cannot repeat the same thing in the same essay 2 or 3 times. So it will decrease the value to your essay. Mainly to enhance more value to your essay, you need to write one thing in a 1 paragraph and you should not repeat it again. So because of that, we will go for fusioning as well. And the next one is cancelling. That means if you see any paragraph which is very weak and there are no efficient facts or the examples to support or substantiate your argument, then it is better to remove that paragraph. If you see in your essay, whenever there is any weak paragraph that is present, that will shine a lot. The effect of that weak paragraph that can be seen on the whole essay. So because of it, it is better to remove that weak paragraph. So this is cancelling. And later on, ordering. So the ordering should be, first whenever the examiner who is reading your essay, first you have to write the important things. And later on in middle you can write some things which are not that important. And at the finally, whenever you are ending essay, you have to write the strong arguments. So this is to be the order of the essay. So for example, whenever we are writing any answer, we will normally write the important things in the first and most less important next and the least important last. So in this way, whenever examiner who is focusing on the last part, he finds that this answer it is not that much valuable. So this weak point which is written at the last will have the impact on all the strong points which are written at the top. So because of this, we will keep this weak argument in middle and one more strong argument that is at the last. We have to save one strong argument at the last. So in this way, we have to order our essay. And the next one is linkers. So these linkers are the important thing. These play a very important role. Whenever we are moving from one paragraph to another paragraph, there should be the link between one paragraph to another paragraph. This link which is maintained by these linkers. So in this way, we have to frame our essay before starting our essay, such that we will have a clear idea what to write and what not to write. And we will not miss even everything or the least important thing also that to be incorporated in our essay. So in this way, we have to get an idea how to write an essay. I hope it is clear how to plan the essay. And let us see. I am saying that we have to get the title and later on we have to divide it into the ideas. So how can we get these ideas? So how can we get these ideas? So this is mainly through the types of the frameworks. So I will give you some types of the frameworks mainly through which you can get these ideas. So first, whenever you are writing the title, you have to divide that title into different ideas. So in these ideas, you will write some keywords. So how can you get these ideas? There are many students who are beginners. They do not know how to get these ideas. So I will also give you some important frameworks. How can you get the ideas? So we can get the ideas mainly through these 4 types of the frameworks. The first one is thought framework. Second one is subject framework. Third one is organic framework. And the fourth and the last one is optional framework. The first one is thought framework. So in this thought framework, if you are selecting any topic, we have to get the ideas mainly through the what component and the how component. So this what components mainly talks about the questions regarding that topic. So if you are taking any topic like education, you can have the different questions. First of all, what is the education? What is the literacy rate in India? So what are the problems in the education sector? So in this way, we can get a lot of dimensions or the lot of ideas through this what component. And if you are writing about the how components, it is simply solutions. So what are the problems and what can be the solutions? So in this way, we can get the ideas from the what component and the how component. So this is the one way to get the ideas. And the next one is subject framework. So what is a subject? For example, let us take the Indian society. So if you want to write any essay regarding the Indian society, so this is the topic. So if you want to get the ideas in the Indian society, we can say family is present, we can say the marriage is present, and we can say kinship, etc. So in the family, you can write the paragraphs like the joint families, joint families in the ancient period and the nuclear families in the modern lives. And if you see the marriages, you can write about the intercaste marriages, love marriages, arranged marriages. If you're talking about the marriages in the ancient period, so there are different types of the marriages, right? So you can write those components as well. So in this way, you can get the ideas through the subject. For example, if you see the Indian economy, if you want any essay regarding the Indian economy, so this year you can expect an essay regarding the Indian economy. So what can be the ideas? So what are the important components of economy? The first one we can say production. Second one is consumption. We can say trade. So if you are talking about the trade, domestic trade, international trade, imports, exports, trade surplus, trade deficit. So in this way, you can write the different ideas from the subject. I hope it is clear now. And the next one is organic framework. So this is very important. Organic framework means if you are taking any organism. So if you want to write an essay regarding that organism. So the important ideas here will be before birth, that is pre-birth, what is happening. During birth, you can write during birth. After birth. So after birth, there will be the different stages, correct? We can say the youth stage, we can say the mature stage, you can say the older stage, and last you can see the death, and later on post-death. So in this way, you got about 7 to 8 dimensions here. So this is the one of the important one, that is organic framework. In this organic framework, you can also write present, past, future, etc. Okay, this is about the organic framework. So in this way also you can get many ideas. And the next one is optional framework. Most of the students of the UPSC, they will go for this optional framework, and it is most workful. And this is also most worthy as well. So if you see in the optional, if you are selecting any topic, in this topic you are writing the dimensions according to your subjects. For example, according to the history, under this history you can write ancient history, medieval history, modern history, and the postmodern. If you are writing regarding the society, polity, you can write economy, social issues, and environment, etc. So you can write a topic in the different dimensions. Because whenever you are writing the essay, one thing that you should maintain is the diversity. So how many dimensions you are thinking that topic? That is very important. And each paragraph should have only one dimension. And this paragraph should not be more than 4 to 5 sentences. So this is the thing that you should remember regarding this ideas. I hope that is useful. And let us see the second pillar, that is introduction. In this introduction, we can write 3 important things. So as we discussed earlier, introduction and the conclusion should not be more than 1/3 of the essay. So it should be 400 words. Introduction and the conclusion should be 400 words. So out of this 400 words, this introduction should be 200 words. So I am saying that it is 200 words. That means you can write more than 200 and you can also write less than 200. It is based on the topic. So how can you write this 200? The first one is announcement. What is this announcement? So if you are selecting any topic, you have to write what is the important scope, what you are interpreting from that title. So this is announcement. What you are getting from that topic, what is the interpretation, that comes under this announcement. And the second one is scoping. So if you are writing the scoping, what it means, so what you are expected in the essay. So according to me, this scoping can be written later, in the later part of the introduction, not in the first. If you want to write the scope, you can write in the first 3 lines, but it will be not that much good. So whenever you are introducing something and later on you will write what you are expecting in this essay, then it will be very, very good. And the next one is you can use the attention gravers, because this introduction will be very, very important. So whenever any examiner who started reading your essay, first he will start with the introduction. So whenever he is reading the introduction, in his mind he will frames the idea of you. So to make a good idea of you, this introduction will be very, very important. Mainly to grab the attention of the examiner, you can use these attention gravers as well. So what are these attention gravers? What can be used? The first one is you have to stress the importance of this topic. Why this topic is so important. So you can write that one. And the next one is you can include some facts. Whenever you are reading the newspaper editorials or the newspaper articles, you will get some important articles, important facts. For example, NSO report. For example, World Bank report, IMF report, rankings. So these are the some facts that can be used. And the next one is you have to develop the curiosity in the examiner to read this essay for next 20 to 25 minutes. So this is very, very important. So you have to develop the curiosity in the examiner. And the next one is you can use the anecdote. Whenever you are using this anecdote, you need some practice. You have to write a small story, and at last you will give some small question, whether it is important or not. So in this way, you can start this essay with anecdote. Many toppers also use this anecdote as well. And the next important thing is you can use some quotes. Quotes of Mahatma Gandhi. There are a number of quotes which can be available in the Google. Download that quotes. You can use these quotes whenever you are writing the essay. For example, there are different quotes for education, for society, which are given by the great thinkers. One thing that you should remember whenever you are using these quotes is, these quotes are to be universally acceptable. Correct? So these are the some things that you should keep in mind whenever you are writing the introduction. And by using these 3 methods, you can easily write 200 words in your introduction. So let us move to the next pillar, that is body of essay. So what is this body of essay contains? As we know, we have the title, we have the ideas. So these ideas will be divided into different paragraphs. So these paragraphs will come under the part of the body of your essay. So these paragraphs should be clean, and whenever you are writing these paragraphs, you have some keywords, correct? So on these keywords, we are going to write a next paragraph. So in the first line of these paragraphs, you have to use these keywords and you have to define these keywords. And whenever you are writing the statements or the sentences in this paragraph, they should be short, they should be clear, they should be crisp. And in this paragraphs, what can you write? That is analysis part. In this analysis, you can write the facts, logic, and also some examples. These are to be included in this paragraphs. For example, when you are writing any paragraph, you cannot get any examples, then leave that example. And if you have the facts, you can write that fact. If you have a good logic behind that paragraph, then there is no need of the facts and the examples. So in this way you have to arrange these paragraphs according to your convenience. And the next important one is the linkers. These linkers are very important. Whenever you are writing one paragraph and whenever you are moving to the next paragraph, there should be the link between the paragraph and the paragraph 2. You should not divert from this paragraph away. So there should be the link. So these link can be maintained by these linkers. So if you see, some of those linkers include, these are the short phrases. For example, we can say thus, therefore, below mentioned, above mentioned. So these are the some important linkers. And you can see, you can also use because of these, and you can see despite of many causes, and you can see some sign postings that can be also used, that is firstly, secondly, thirdly and fourthly. Where can you get these linkers? Newspaper is the important source here. So when you are reading editorials in the editorial page, so these editorial page will give you some how to write the essay, idea regarding the how to write the essay. So in these editorials, whenever you are reading, you can see many linkers are found. So whenever you are reading these editorials on the daily basis, so you can make a list of some linkers which we are seen in the editorials. We can see commonly firstly, secondly, thirdly, fourthly, therefore, thus. These are some common linkers that we can find easily from the editorials. So for the first 1 month, when we are reading the editorials, we are going to list some of the important linkers as well, and they can be written in a separate notes such that we will have a revise and the notice of that. So this is about the main body of the essay. I hope it is clear now. So let us see the last part, that is conclusion. So this conclusion will be very important, and this should be not more than 200 words. And this conclusion can be written in the 3 methods. The first one is summary, second one is postscripting, and third one is future. The first one is summary. In summary, what can we write? So as we know, we written the introduction, we written our main body. So we are summing up some of the important points that are written and we are highlighting at the end. So this will be one type of conclusion. And the next one is postscripting. For example, if we have missed any dimension or any idea, then we will be right at the last, that is the postscripting. And the last one is the future. That means we will go for the way forward, or we can write this essay as open-ended conclusion, and we can write some positive points, or we can write some hope. So in this way, we can write the conclusion in the future format. So what can we write in the future? That is way forward, some positive points, we can give the open conclusion, and we can also give some good hope. So in this way, we can write our conclusion in these 3 methods. So this is the thing I want to discuss with you regarding how to write a beautiful essay. So when you are following these steps, I will ensure you that you will get a good marks in your essay. So please start practicing your essay. At least write 1 essay per week and get evaluated with any mentor. Then finally by the year, you will be going to write at least 100 essays. Not 100, but you can write at least 50 to 60 essays. This will be very important to improve your writing skills in essay, because this essay plays an important role to clear your UPSC. So please don't neglect this part. Please try to practice this essay from the day 1 onwards. I hope this video which is helpful to many people who want to write the essay. So by this we are concluding. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Thank you so much.